Yes. Welcome once again. It's Africa's Talking Podcasts in collaboration with Impact Masters Podcast, bringing you once again conversations about tech ecosystem in Africa. And today we're in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, the land of bongo. And good music and good vibe and good food now. So we are blessed to have one of the tech movers and shakers in the ecosystem. And right now we are blessed to have Alfeo Raymond himself from Tanzania. How are you, Alfeo?
I'm very good.
You said you'll prefer Ray or Feo.
I'll prefer Feo.
Feo.
It's kind of simple and catchy.
Yes. Nice. It's good to have this conversation. So, Feo, we make it a habit to know who, Feo is besides the suited guy over here, looking all neat and, techie-like. So, Feo, where are you from?
Yeah, I say I'm from Coastal region.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was born at Muhimbili Hospital.
This is Dar es Salaam, right?
Dar es Salaam.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up at Isarawe district.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of after Gungalamboto, like 70 kilometers from Dar es Salaam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's where I started my primary school. And then from then went to secondary school in Mbeya.
Mm-hmm.
Then went to like college, studied
Yeah.
and then diploma, and then bachelor. And from there started working as a developer. Actually, I was working as a developer even before I finished college.
This is in high school.
In college after secondary.
Yes.
I finished from 4.
Yes.
And then joined college for diploma, 3 years diploma.
Yes.
Yes.
So that means what did you do in school, like to start even coding?
Okay, so like how did I start coding? So after I studied technical school. It's a special school where you learn everything engineering, and I majored in mechanical engineering. At some point, I met with friends who were near a university called, it was a University of Science and Technology. So we had a lot of people coming there and kind of learning together. So there is where I got an interest in joining college and then studying things about computers. So then from the environment that I was in, got interested to join to study IT, and then in the process of studying, like in the first semester, I was interested to learn about coding, and then it's where I started calling myself programmer. As people call you a programmer, you have to show like, okay, I earned this, right?
Yeah.
So then that's where I started.
Yeah. So which place did you grow up in Dar?
Well, I didn't grow up in Dar.
Okay.
I grew up in a very rural place, and if people's from Tanzania who likes comedy, there is this comedian called Ingwendo, was this famous actor around.
Yeah, I know the guy. Yeah.
5.
Yeah. Did he pass away?
No, he's still alive.
Okay. Ingwendo,
still alive. So Ingwendo has this like is Zaramo by tribe, and Zaramo peoples are from Sarawe, and so I studied my primary school at the school is called Ngongere Primary School. It's kind of can I say the origin of Zaramo people? But I'm not Zaramo by the way. Yeah, so originally I'm from Iringa, but my mother is a primary school teacher, and then she got the job like teaching the school which is there, like in the primary school. So there is where I grew up, like childhood.
Okay. Nice. So how was it growing up there?
Yeah, growing up was fun. Yeah, moving from one place to another. So like while growing up, I was a kid, I can say from what I remember, 5 years old.
Yeah.
I was with my grandfather
Mm-hmm.
and in Iringa.
Mm-hmm.
So there's these kind of kids who like go to nursery school
Mm-hmm.
and then come back home, have this schedule to take the goats,
Mm-hmm.
take them like can I say grazing or getting them to play with them or and then around 6-7 years old
Mm-hmm.
we started like being able to hold cows and being familiar with them. So that's when my mom came and took me
Mm-hmm.
to come and start primary school around 2 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds like fun. Like,
it was
taking
fun.
care of the goats, adding
Yeah.
the goats in the village, and
Mhm.
you're not going to school then, right? You are
Yeah,
really young
I
for
was I
school.
was really young for school.
Mm.
I can't say I was really young because I was able to learn like write and
Mm.
read.
Mm.
Yeah, but it was kind of a custom or something. Like
Mm.
when you're a kid,
Mm.
then you're around grandparents.
Yeah.
That means you have this responsibility of taking care uh, of the farm or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like helping,
Yeah, help
with the home
like with the
chores
oats.
and yeah. So what did you learn from that? Taking care of goats.
So
Anything special, or just
anything
you are
special?
just having good time?
So when you have this time of meeting diverse environments,
Mm-hmm.
and then you meet at different people's.
Mm.
So, for example, I had learned then the responsibility of how to be able to run their household by yourself, and let's say having these techniques of being able to farm or taking care of farms, let's say the cows and goats and everything.
Yeah.
But then while like after being talked with my mom, like coming to Kisarayo now, starting primary school,
Mm-hmm.
I met with different kind of people who have the different kind of lifestyle.
Yes.
So there is where like you start learning new things.
Yes.
So for example, starting class 1,
Mm-hmm.
I was this kid. You live in school quarters.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if it's morning, you go to class,
Mm-hmm.
and then after class, you have to be home, like studying.
Mm-hmm.
And then after studying, you'll have just maybe playing with your fellow like kids or friends. But I was kind of this very picky kid. So like my mom was worried like every time I would just go into like getting myself into fights. So she'll be like, okay, you stay at home.
Yeah.
So this is when I started finding different things to do. For example, while growing like in Africa, like as a boy, like a kid, a boy. So you have these plays of like running with wheels or like making toy cars. So I was kind of this lone kid
Yeah.
who plays by himself around like around the house. So like making cars out of banana leaves or sometimes out of woods and everything.
Yeah.
So from the kid who were playing with cows to the kid who were just playing by himself, creating toys and everything.
Yeah.
So I think I learned being able to craft different things. So in the childhood, that's what I've learned.
Yeah. That is interesting, Raymond, and sounds like you are creative from that young age, right?
Yes,
You're
yes.
building cars, you're adding goats, you're involving yourself in the child activities in the village. And why specifically did you have to stay in the village that long before your mom came for you?
Okay, so like I say, my mom was still young, and she just finished college, and she was hunting for jobs, I can say. So moving around, going this place and that place for interviews and everything, or maybe doing field work, it was kind of difficult to move along with a young kid. So then for support or help, that's when I was just living with grandparents.
Okay.
But after then, she found like a comfortable environment and comfortable job that she can now support family. Like I can grow up there. So then also noticed that I have to continue with education, but a different place.
Yeah.
But also I was in the position which I was able to start class 1. Mind you, I studied nursery for just 1 year and a half, but it's called Vidudu. So you start with just drawing. And
I like how you call these nursery schools
yeah.
Vidudu.
So it's Vidudu because we just you get a pen and then or a pencil, but you don't know what you're writing.
Yeah.
So you're just drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. So they kind of look like small bugs. So in Swahili, they're kind of like Vidudu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that's when she came and took me.
Yeah.
So be ready to start school officially.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. So where did you start school? Is it Dar es Salaam or where she
like
had moved?
Kisarawe, where she was.
How far is Kisarawe from Dar?
Kisarawe, like the place, it's almost 70 kilometers. Yeah, 70 kilometers or 80 kilometers from the rest.
So it's just an outskirt of Dar es Salaam, not so far.
Yeah.
So did growing in town impact how you view life and how you view what you do today?
Yeah, I grew up in a village. It's a village. Like
Kisarawe is a village, eh?
Kisarawe is a region. I mean, it's a district. So, but that I can say Ngongele or Msanga, it's a village.
Yes.
It's that village. I remember we were able to buy coconuts for just 70 shillings, or we were able to buy like water for 5 cents. I've used 20 shilling just to buy water, and that village that you learn how to climb coconut tree, that village where you have to go fetch water in the well, so it's kind of 2 kilometers away from home, you have to go there. That village that there is no electricity, so you have to learn how to use lanterns, how to use candles, and no, there is no candles because by the way, that time we had just one shop in the village. So you have to wake up in the morning, maybe it's weekend, and just go there, buy something to use for like 3, 4, 5 days, buy kerosene for the lamps, and that's it. So it's kind of different from where I came from, like where I grew up with grandparents. There's no electricity also, but there is no this struggle of going fetch water somewhere this far, or eating rice that was cooked by, like I can say, coconut rice. Yeah. So back then also I met also kind of different. While I grew up with my grandparents, I was able to just walk with dogs, go in the bush, hunt for hares, hunt some little stuff to cook yourself in the bush. I've been able to just go in the bush, finding fruits to eat by yourself.
Yeah.
But here at Kisarawe, you have different environment.
Yes.
Different people.
You have to buy everything.
And you have to buy everything, or sometimes you have to just go and find fruits, but different from what you used to. So you have I kind of learned something different. Also, funny thing, back while living with grandparents, were a lot of just grandchildren, a lot of us. So in the nursery school, I had this lifestyle where like it will be about one exercise book, and then it has to be cut in half. Okay. If it's a pencil, it has to be cut in half.
Yes.
And then you take one piece, and I take one piece. So it's that's kind of a fight where like I want that part which has the eraser, right? Or I want this part of the exercise book which has a place where I can write a name. And then you go to school, the pencil maybe goes stolen. So you have to find a kind of alternative way to be able to draw, and also making sure that grandma doesn't find out that you don't have the pencil. Yeah. So just kind of finding these batteries. Yeah. I remember there is the center road. It's black. And so we just find use the batteries and then destroy them.
Making me remember my childhood days.
Take the center and use it to write, right?
Yeah.
But back here, like I have my mom, right? and there's this environment where I'm not worried about sharing things with people. Like I have the whole exercise book.
So there's
not in a half.
abundance. Yeah.
Like there's everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of okay, I'm in heaven now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that feeling. And also kind of missed being able to hunt, being able to just move along, going
playing
to church.
with your cousins.
Like in Kisarawe, there were a few of churches. So there was no going. It was kind of 12 kilometers away from just going to church.
Yeah.
So you had to work like for those 12 kilometers.
Yeah.
But back home, like with grandmom, it was kind of every 500 meters there is a church. And also just going to church, you had you can just carry a corn, a maize, right? A maize corn, and just use it as a tithe. Right, but back here, if you walk those 12 kilometers, go to church, and then you have to use money. So it was kind of a very different experience.
Yeah.
So it's kind of very different. Moving from one place where you can have people like the same thing, and I remember back then the language I used to speak was the tribal language, like Bena. But back here, I have to mix with Swahili, and it's kind of difficult to fit in.
Wait a minute, Raymond. So you mean in Tanzania there are people who have no idea what Swahili is?
Some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some places. But what I'm talking like right now is kind of 2 or 4, 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
And back then, like when you are with grandparents, they speak like tribal
local language.
So to be able to communicate with them, you have to use it, right?
Yeah.
So you come in a new environment, you meet with new people. They are old also.
Yeah.
So you feel like like they're old, so they won't understand if I speak Swahili. So you start greeting them with that language that you use at back home, and then you find out like they don't understand too. But back here, they have their local language too.
So you have to learn another new language.
You have to learn another language. But kind of advantage, these ones understood Swahili. Yeah. So it's kind of...
It was easy,
yeah. So there is where I just fitted in, learned some... like listening when you speak something, it means that way, and then I have to repeat, but in Swahili, like reply so that we can have a conversation. Yeah. So like learn how to survive at some point.
How did you survive in town, right?
Yeah. So like survival. So in the first 2 months, to fit in, there's that time like you used to just be in the bushes with hunting, right?
Yeah.
So back here there's no bushes. Like there are bushes, but no, like there are no wild foods, like no wild fruits or wild.
In other words, there is no free stuff in town. You have to buy everything, even those wild fruits are sold in town, right? Because everyone wants to make an extra, shilling to be able to like cater for their life. So. Yeah.
So back here, like now, it was kind of difficult also to find friends because you will have friends, but they have different lifestyle. So you just be this kid like a stalker who looks like hides in the bush and then looks how other people's are doing. And then the next day, you'll be kind of copying what they were doing yesterday.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I'll be like, okay, am I fitting in? Yeah, and then you practice in 2, 3, 4, 5 months.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, okay, now I'm in.
Yeah. You remind me of this movie. I can't remember its name. It's half movie, half animation, where these kind of, I don't know, it's an insect or something. I can't remember it well. And it's been a meme that has been trending for some time. So it sees someone walking this way and then it walks like...
Oh, Rango.
You've seen it? It's called what?
It's Rango.
Yes.
It's
and then you see
lizard.
someone... and then all of a sudden, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to show you how life can be kind of... you want to fit in, but most of the time it's not what you want to do. But it's kind of life. So you started primary school in Kisarawe, right?
Kisarawe, yes.
High school?
So then after, like, I was kind of this kid. I don't know, can I say I was bright?
You're a smart kid.
Yeah, I was this smart kid who were like curious to like make sure I learned everything. I remember some teachers were like, oh, this kid is so stubborn.
Mm.
I ask a lot of questions
Mm.
while like starting now to
Mm.
understand English, let's say.
Mm.
So like there's this teacher who were very good in teaching,
Mm-hmm.
but then I'll find like a place where like even if you wear a t-shirt with English sentences, I will stop you and make sure I learn, like I read and make sure I pronounce it very correctly, and then okay, now you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after I finished primary school, I joined like pre-form 1.
Yeah.
And like I was going there just to prepare myself,
Yeah.
like so that I can join secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
Then after pre-form 1, I was chosen to join technical school, far from home. Like the first time you're traveling away from home, like leaving yourself, not leaving yourself per se, but away from home, like away, like
that's the first time you're so away from the relatives
away
and whatnot.
from
Yeah.
home for school.
Mm.
So like this environment where I just walk up, open the front door, this is the school, right? And then you have to move away from home, like even you're in class, you can just scream, "Mom!" And then mom at home will be like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then
and they can bring you something to eat.
But then moved from Kisarawe to Mbeya, where I went to join like technical school, and then where like I found like a kind of different environment also, and then back at primary school, when this school where like it's a government school, it's in village, so there's this lifestyle where people are living. And then I joined technical school, like it's a boarding school and it's a boys only school. So you have to learn how to survive because it's not like always the teachers that are there. So you have to also blend in with people. And then you just come out of primary school thinking that you are smart and then meeting with other people who are smarter than you. So then you have to learn how to cope or to just overcome some challenges that might happen there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a beating from other boys? Or?
Oh. I remember like the first day arriving there.
But there is that monolization. Okay, we call it back in Kenya, where you know form ones are treated in some kind of way. It's like they're inducted in.
Yes.
So is that in?
So I remember like the first day,
Yeah.
The mom and dad dropped me at the gate, and then we went to principal's office to register. And after that, I have to I had the trunk, mattress, and the brooms, school joining stuffs.
Yeah.
And then I have to be taken and shown the place that I'll be sleeping in the dormitory.
Yeah.
And then I come out, I found this kid. Like also, I didn't know who was he then. So like he was crying, like, "Why are you crying? Mom and dad left me." I was like, even my mom and dad left
So
me.
you also start crying?
No, I didn't cry. So I was kind of like, "Why are you crying?" But then I remember it was kind of the lunchtime. Okay, lunchtime. The bell rang, and then like I start like adapting now. See how people react after the bell rang. Everyone running with a plate. I was like, "Oh, it's lunchtime." And then went and took my my plate also. I remember it was Tuesday. It was day for makande. Do you know makande?
Yes.
So,
maize and beans.
Yes,
beans. Yes. We call it githeri back in
githeri. Right. So like went for makande. Yeah. It was the first time tasting makande away from home, and then back went like after food. I found like for ones where the people in charge to make sure the dining is clean after people ate. So make sure that you wash the dishes, make sure that you wash the tables, make sure like you mop the floor, and also it was this boys' schools. At some point, students are in charge of themselves. So like
the prefects
the prefects of cleaning prefects and dining prefects. There will be just from one, all of you have to be close in here, and then it will be like who was absent yesterday, where were you, just bullying stuffs, just being beaten with why weren't you here, why did you do this, why did you do that, and they're kind of punishments. So I like in the first day I saw that, and then starting to plan like, okay, so if this is am I going to survive? And then went back to my dormitory and finding like my pillows are not there.
They stole your pillows.
Yeah, they stole my pillows.
Why? Were they newer or?
I don't know. They were like, where are my pillows?
Yeah.
And then the other people's around me, like I was sleeping in the top bed, the bodeka, and then at the bottom there is the like form 4. The people, like a person who was already experienced. I'm like, bro, I left 2 pillows here. Like I can't see them. I'm like, oh, form 1, you have to learn. You have to learn. This is cool now. Okay, you think like you just came today and then you have the luxury to sleep with the pillows.
There are people who have not been sleeping on pillows.
The people who have not been sleeping with pillows. Some people don't even sleep at all. Okay, so you just have to learn to blend in.
Yeah.
But then after a week, I let like, okay, so where can I find my pillows? I just went and looked at them, took some beatings, like slaps and shit. Like, why are you like someone? You have this nerve to come and take back your pillows? Why? You know, but. You know, after a month, you are in the school, right? So there's no mom, no dad.
So you have to take care of yourself.
Be the man now. And back in school, I was this kid who didn't have friends. If there were friends, maybe we are learning something, okay? Or we are doing something school related. If it's not school related, it's sports. But after 5 minutes, we'll be fighting. Okay?
So you are this business oriented person since day one.
Yes. Remember like back in primary school when I was this class 5, we started learning science in can I say like electricity and everything. I had this mind like I can create free energy from like mixing maybe the dynamo and motors and everything. I had these arguments with grown-ups. Remember there was this what do I call it? A place where like old ones gather to play cards and everything. So I was just being there watching and then started discussing things and everything. Yeah. So after coming to school now, I found people who we can speak that language, right? We can just be like, I can create something and then make it an argument.
So they tell you it's possible.
It's possible or it's not possible. Why isn't it possible? You know, it's technical school. But in primary school, people...
So, wait a minute, Raymond.
Yes.
So you qualified for a technical school?
Yes.
So this is after high school or?
After primary school. Like there are secondary schools for kids who are good in science.
Wait a minute. What are your thoughts? So I heard earlier on, I learned that for you to go to technical school, you are like 1,500 of you. Because there are like, I don't know, 5 of them and they take 300 kids every year. So you were one of those 1,500?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Congratulations, man. Yeah, go ahead. So you are in this technical school, you are doing practicals and you have found people who can, advise you or exchange their mind with you on what you need to do to make it happen.
Yeah. So like, after like the first class, like form 1, we were taken to various classes like electrical engineering, see how it works, how things are done, civil engineering, how classes are and how things are done, and mechanical. Yeah. And then going to form 2, you have to choose now. Which one will you be taking? Yeah. It's kind of those schools where you have to choose, are you science or business or arts? Yeah. So to us, it's kind of, are you electrical, mechanical, or civil? So I chose electrical. Yeah. But after a week, it came like the class was full. So we have to be divided. And then I had to go in mechanical. Okay. Yeah. So from there, going to form 3.
How was it? Was it easy or was it?
It was kind of fun. Actually, it was the subject that I was active. And you know, like, it was the class. It was a school where an overall, that's one like mechanical workers wear, that overall. It was part of school uniform.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, okay, every day that's it's a day for workshop, I will wear that and I'll be like, okay, comfortable. So it's kind of interesting thing where you go and do something practically. So today we'll learn about how engine works, right?
Yeah.
So this is an engine. It does work like this and this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
And there was also architectures. The first time learning, like when I was a kid, I really liked to draw. Like I had even a book where I was just drawing buses, trees, peoples.
Yeah.
But in secondary school, there was a class where we learned about architecture and technical drawing, how to draw stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of very interesting. And then it was kind of it was a class that I didn't miss at all. Other classes I would even fake that I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one, no, even I'm sick, I'll be there.
You have to be.
Yeah, I have
to be okay.
there.
Yeah.
So,